right, wonderful people, lovers of freedom. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to each and every one of you. Welcome back to Let's Talk TV, your one and only YouTube platform where they're giving a back-to-back update on how things they be, on how things they share for Biafra land and beyond. If you're joining us for the first time, remember to subscribe and turn on your notifications too. Also remember to like and share this broadcast too. Okay, my wonderful people, the latest one with the boss brains at the moment be say yes, I see the hot weather and so we could give them. It's at the moment be say yes, more than 16 has gone down in Enugu state. Yes, my people, as Governor Hope Uzodinma keeps misbehaving. Yes, that is what we are getting at this point. More than 16 have been sent to judgment at the moment, and it is causing a whole lot of havoc. We know how Enugu crisis is. We know how things have been in Enugu at the moment, and it has been one thing from one case to another, and it is not something you would think of and would reason that it is going on well, because we know how deepened or how deep Enugu is with the terrorists at the moment, and it is causing a whole lot of issues at the moment. And this is because, of course, the leader or whoever it is that is in charge of whatever that is going on there in Enugu vicinity is Mbah, and I would say that he is the main reason why all these things are being allowed to slide or to happen in Enugu state. That is why things are happening, and the Biafra Liberation Army are not even able to actually go or act at the moment. And it is because of the fact that the leader or the people in charge at the moment in that particular place are not letting them make the necessary moves they need to make to actually make sure that things actually go on as they should. And this is causing a whole lot of issue at the moment. If we have leaders that are not going to be able to support the cause, if we have evil leaders that will not be able to support the cause, then what will be the aim of everything that we are even fighting for? If our own people, our own leaders are not going to be able to do the needful things that is expected of them, you would believe that things are not even working right. Things are not even working in the right sense that it's supposed to be. Because I do not understand how leaders, Southeast leaders that are supposed to be doing better or supposed to be supporting the cause are not. And now see the reason, see the consequence of everything this particular man is doing. This is the consequence. The rate of terrorism in Enugu has increased. The rate of these Fulani headsmen attacking in Enugu has increased, and it has been causing a whole lot of havoc in that city. And it would keep increasing if the B.L.A people are not called to or are not accepted, because recently they've not been accepted, and it has caused a whole lot of problem at the moment. The most important thing at this point is that it goes round that this particular man, Mbah, is not letting people do the necessary things, not even letting PM Ekpa and the Biafra forces, security forces, to actually do what they need to do to protect their own people. Imagine not being able to protect your own people because there is a leader there that is not in support of it. It is the same man that went ahead to do a whole lot of things to people's shops just because they decided to adhere to the sit at home that was implemented just because of the detention of MNK. The most important thing, as you all see all these things happening, is that there is a singular figure that is causing why these things are still not taking place at the moment, and it is the leaders. So my people, I feel like when things are not even going well, I feel like when we are not having progress, when everything is not going well, it starts from the top to the bottom, and that is the issue we are having at the moment. The only thing I can say right here is that I wish the leaders in general would be able to do the needful things, or would be able to do the right things they need to do for things to actually work well. And that is the truth of the matter. The most important thing at the moment is that there is a need for each and every one of them to be able to give things that would actually affect the whole city positively, because I believe that things would work out the way they should, and it would actually give a word to aiming that he's against the Biafra movement, he's against this, he's against that he's against this, that he's causing unrest in Southeast, he's doing this, he's doing that. Like, people, I just want you to know that it's not possible. None of it is even close to being possible, because he is working tirelessly. The amount of people they send against him, the amount of people that have wanted his arrest, even the time when they succeeded one way or another, they said there was a rumor that he was arrested and then he was released, and everything that comes up, it all ends up to be a lie. It all ends up to be false. It all ends up not happening because this man is protected by the Finland government, and the Finland government is in support of everything he's doing. And I would like to tell you that even the Finland government would know they would not support anybody that would be causing unrest in another state, and they will not even let him stay in their country if they found out that, or if they know that this particular man, this is what he's doing. But they know the fight, they know the roots of every single thing, and so because of that, they are supporting him. This particular movement is not a movement that anyone can just wake up and do and go to a foreign state and stay. If you are that kind of person that you are doing that side of thing, be rest assured that the country would investigate you before allowing you to stay there, especially in a country like Finland. If a Finland country would investigate you to be sure that nothing of such is going on, or you're not causing any of such, that whatever you're doing is actually up to your right and is what you can rightfully do, which I am sure that they have done properly on him, and they have verified that this particular person is doing nothing, just like the Mazinam the Kano was doing absolutely nothing wrong but fighting for the movement. But of course, this particular thing is what they would use to sway people in Nigeria. They would use to sway Igbo people in Nigeria, make them think that he's the worst enemy of all, and say so many rubbish against him. I would even come up and say that if since he's outside the country, he should come back. Mazinam the Kano, the few times he came back to Nigeria, the very first time he came back, they arrested him. That was the first thing they did. And you expect him or anybody fighting for their freedom to come back to Nigeria? It's not possible. If we have a history of letting people that are fighting for their nation be in the country and be safe and every other thing without getting arrested, then the possibility of them coming back or staying or being protected in their state is there. But then anytime that this set of people find themselves or get themselves in the country, they are arrested. Do you expect the PM, Simon Ekpa, not to learn from the previous things that has happened and decide to be in a state that would really, really protect him from anything that is going on? Of course, he has found that state, and that state or that country is Finland, and that is why he's with the Finnish government. And as well, it has ended up that the main president or the person in charge at this point has ended up to be a very close friend of his, close to his best friend. And they are all working towards everything that would make sure that the Biafra movement is something that actually works out at the end, and not just something that people would hear about and not know what is happening. But my people, what I am here to remind you of is that this movement is as real as anything should be. The movement that is being made by the PMBLGIE is one of the biggest and one of the most valued by the true Biafrans that know the fight, that the fight is real, and that if we stop fighting, the day we stop fighting is the day we start ending whatever it is we want for ourselves. And so this is what is expected of Biafrans, not to avoid, not to ignore, not to lay down or to forget whatever it is. You are expected to do the needful. Stand steadfast, be ready at any point in time, because you do not know what's next and what is going to happen next. And so you are expected to be strong, and do the needful. Every single thing. I don't believe there's anything you're passing through now that there's people in the past that fought for this particular freedom have not passed through, that did not pass through. There are those that went through the main civil war, and there was a war, a real war. And it so happened that at the end, since we are still in one Nigeria, you would call it the fact that we lost. But of course, we are going at it again, and we are going to win. We are hoping that the best would happen in our coming off and doing the needful things that we need to do. And so, my people, it is one of the important things that we need to do with anything that concerns Biafra movement. And so that is what it is. So yes, my people, this is what we'll come to the end of this particular broadcast. Thank you for joining us. Remember to subscribe and turn on your notifications too. Thank you.